Yeah. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the video, guys, and make sure you subscribe to them too. We can always use your love and support. All right. So basically, oh wait, didn't want to show my safety taggers. Okay, so go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. And basically, guys, on my next, and like, guys, basically after this video, in the next 2-3 videos, I'm going to be doing giveaways for a Glaxion. I'll be doing a Despair and a fucking, what was it called? I can't remember the pistol ribbon, but they're going to be giving away 3 ribbons: the Despair and the no, I got rid of the Aphurus, but the Despair and Glaxion are they are both incredibly god rolled. Okay, but basically, as you guys can see, my Dread Ribbon has, as you guys can see, my Dread, it has 125 crit chance with 66 status, 3.5 buy roll. So basically, I'm going to leave the video up for a few seconds so you guys can see the builds. You know, that way you guys can write it down, screenshot it, do whatever you want to make sure you can do this build. Moving on to the next weapon, my Soma. So basically, as you guys can see, my Soma has highest crit chance. It's got a good amount of damage. It's all about no forma. Alright, so then you got the Talos Boltor. Oh shit. What the fuck? There we go. Alright, then we'll move on to the Cyanoid Simulator. And as you guys can see, on... Alright, hold up. Sorry about this, guys. Alright, and as you guys can see, my Cyanoid Simulator right now has... It's got both... It has radiation, magnetic, and viral damage. You know, this build's good. If you guys want to tweak it at all, if you guys don't want this build, it's all good. Just trying to help you guys out. I'll keep it up there for a few seconds. And... Alright, next build. Okay, so then next you have the Talos Boltor. And please remember, guys, the Cyanoid Simulator has 1 forma in it. My Talos Boltor has no forma, as you guys can tell. It's more of a speed kind of, you know, rip apart kind of build. You know, it has like a shred type of thing, you know. It's built to shred enemies really quick, you know, take down some health really fast, you know, burn through their health, do it as quickly as possible. That's a good build. Okay, so then, you know, you got my Tigris Prime. Basically, guys, this is a 1 forma build. You know, you can do whatever you want to it. You know, you can form it more, just do whatever you want. You know, this is just a simple 1 forma build. You know, it gives you really high blast damage. Just figured, why not? Alright, so then on the Tonkor, if you guys still use it, even though it's been nerfed, this is simply a Norforma build. You know, it's just to give you, you know, a good idea, you know, of how you can get 6k blast. You know, just do a simple build. Okay, go ahead and quit my Sancti Taggers back. Okay, I have a Pandera. Okay, so you guys, now my Pandera has no Forma, but, you know, it's got 1000 gas damage. You know, I mean, it's really good in my opinion. I mean, it can take down level 100s quite easily. It does a decent amount of damage, and I will be doing a giveaway for a fucking Magnum Force. Okay, this Magnum Force right here you guys see will be ranked up to rank 5. I'll be doing a giveaway on that sometime in the near future. Just please like and subscribe, and if I can get 10 likes on this video, guys, I'll give it away. Okay, next up is my Sonicor, which, even though it's not rank 30, guys, this is pretty much my build for a rank 30. Basically, it's just, you know, a 1 forma build, so, you know, all you gotta do is change up the... All you guys gotta do is change the Naramon or Vazarin to a Motorai, so you can put Hornet Strike, you guys can get 1.4 impact. It's just a simple 1 forma build. Or, okay, then when you go down here to the Staticor, you know, can be built many different ways. Preferably, I like this, you know, because I have both magnetic and radiation, and then you also get the heat damage, which can really help you out burning through a lot of enemies. Helps you deal with multiple types, and it can help you deal with a bunch of stuff. Basically, that's just a simple build. Okay, now we're going to move on to melee. Okay. Alright, you guys got the Brunt. Okay, so basically, all my melee weapons, right, none of them use Forma. I don't use any Forma on my melee weapons because I find it kind of pointless, but here's my Brunt. Give you guys a few seconds so you guys can see it. Hope you guys are okay with all these builds. You know, being top tier, why not? But Boltus, this right here is a 9.5k spin attack build. I will be doing another build, guys, in a different video. I will be showing you basically a good raid build for the Boltus and the Dexdocra, so you guys can see how you guys can deflect bullets more easily. It'll be good, like, energy kind of efficiency build. Do I have an energy efficiency build? Oh yeah, see, this right here is more energy efficiency build, but that one's for a later time. I was doing some tweaking. Okay, then we're gonna go down here to my Galatine. So guys, this right here is just, you know, a simple Galatine build for ultimate raw damage. Nothing really special. If you guys want to comment, if you can do one better, please let me know. Alright. Okay, so basically I'm going to move on to Dragon Incana. As you guys can see, I got a 3.4k base on all these. Can't really tell you much else. I'll keep it up for a few seconds. Alright. Okay, so then we'll move on to the next one. Switch out to Dexdocra. And as you guys can tell, 7.2 spin, basically spin attack. You know, to me, in my opinion, this is honestly a very good build. I'll be moving on to Warframes in just a second after this. Okay, got my melee weapons. Alright, I'm going to show you guys a Dazra Kavat. Basically, this is a no Forma, a Dazra Kavat. In my opinion, you know, she's pretty powerful. You know, it's a good build. It helps you with scavenge. You know, you can reflect damage. She gives you a crit chance. And then all the mods are built so that she'll be able to do more damage, dish out more, you know, keep herself alive longer and help her dodge stuff. So that really does help out. Alright, and then for the last part, I'm going to show you guys my Carrier Prime. Okay, so basically, guys, my Carrier Prime is built, you know, so that he can be kind of tanky, you know, and he gives you good ability so that he can revive you, keep you shielded. You know, he's just an overall helpful warp. In my opinion, he's a very good Sentinel. In my opinion, I'd have to say he's probably the best. But if you guys don't have a Carrier Prime, you can use a Dariga. All you really need is the same amount, all you guys need is the same amount of Forma and stuff in this. So all you guys gotta do is form them just like this. Do this exact same build on a Dariga. And if you have to, just do it in smaller mods. It still works out perfectly fine. Personally, I have to agree that I think it's a very, very good build. It's a great build. Okay, then I'll show you guys the Volt Clock. Basically, this is just a Sentinel weapon, in my opinion. You know, it's pretty good. Oh, let me switch out that heavy caliber, get that damage up a little bit more. There's basically just an extra Volt Clock bolt build for you guys. And then here's my Sweeper Prime. As you guys can tell, here's my Sweeper Prime build. In my opinion, you know, it's pretty good. Okay, we'll be moving on to Warframes now. Let's just switch back to Luna. Pretty baby. Okay, so basically this right here, guys, is a energy siphon because when you're fighting high-leveled enemies, the corrosive projection can really help you out. You know, and vitality can keep you alive longer. Basically, the streamline will help you keep your energy efficiency up, so that way you don't have to deal with constantly losing your energy. So it doesn't cost like 150 energy per freaking molecular prime. It's not wasting like 230 energy. But corrosive projection helps you break down your armor. This right here is a good Fova build. What happened there? Okay, that's a bit of a problem. Fix that. Okay. Basically, guys, this right here is my good Fova build. It's just good for fast Nova, you know, figure to help you out, survive longer. You can switch it out to Vitality or Redirection, whichever you like better. It's just a good build. And then I'm not sure what this build was for. That's a scrap build. Okay, now it's time for the next Warframes. So I'll go through all my Warframes too. So if you guys find any you like, let me know in the comments below. Okay, this right here is basically... Okay, so this guy's right. It's just a good Ash Prime build. You know, it's good all around. He's good for tank, and he's also good for being able... This is a good build for spies, basically. What's this build? Oh, that was old scrap build, so was that one. Okay. Alright, now it's time for Ember. This one's where it's going to get a little bit more complicated. Okay, so basically, guys, right here I have a good Ember Prime. I have a good Ember build. It's also good for Ember Prime. You know, it can be good all around, just depends. You know, and then if you want, I would highly suggest Madurai instead, you know, because Madurai can help you out a lot. Basically, Steel Charge could be very, very helpful because it could give you more mod slots so that you could use your Exilus slot. So basically, if I wanted to use my Exilus slot, put that on, put up a 4. Right, so basically, I could put on this, make my shield, I could basically make that stronger. Or I could just switch back to, I could just use my Rifle Lamp, make my Talos Boltor stronger. Okay, and then this right here, guys, it's just a simple build. It's just a simple Fire Blast build, nothing special. High duration, high strength, not really high range, just to hit them hard. It's just so you can put up the ring. That was a scrap build. Okay, so there's a good ever build for you guys. Alright, now here, guys, is where my Frost comes into play. This guy is pretty fucking OP in my opinion. Okay, so basically, guys, oh crap, sorry about that. I didn't know if you guys, okay, but basically, guys, alright, when you have a Frost, you want to just build them just like this, make them a little bit tanky, but have your Avalanche incredibly powerful with a lot of efficiency, so you can cast it a lot. You want to have a lot of range. You want to have really huge range, really good power strength. You just want to do this build. It's just good all around. Okay, and then this right here, if I decide to load, come on. Okay, yeah. So basically, see, guys, this right here, is a really good bubble build. It's just good for fucking tank. It's good just all around to be a tank and have a really powerful bubble, basically. Give you guys a few seconds on that. Okay, so then we'll move on to Limbo. This is where things are going a bit more weird. Okay, so basically I have a decent Limbo build that's just for all around. Okay, then you got your power strength build for his Cataclysm, so it becomes OP. Okay, so this right here is the OP Cataclysm build. Basically, you have a little bit lower duration, but you still have really high power strength so that you can do Cataclysm. Efficiency is really bad, but when you hit a Cataclysm, it's going to be absolutely destructive. Okay, so then basically on the third build, if you'll ever decide to load for me, come on. Oh, come on. Okay, see, this is basically just a normal kind of builds. That one's more of a scrap kind of thing, but basically it shows you guys the two builds. You have your base build, and then you can have like a high power strength build. Okay, so then you have my Mirage. Okay, so basically, I know my Mirage build looks like it's really messed up, but basically it's really, really good. As long as you know what you're doing and you know where you're going with it. But in my opinion, this is probably the best Mirage build you could probably have. It has high power duration, equal items to help you stay alive and keep your energy up. Vitality and redirection just help you stay alive longer. Longer. Rifle lamps just so you can buff up the Cyanoid Simular or the Simular, whichever one you prefer. For Necros, I just have a very simple build. Sorry about that, about Seamans. But basically, guys, Necros' build is just for the high range, so you can use this is just a simple despoil build. It's nothing really special or anything like that. He's not really special Warframe. Right, now for Octavia. This is where things are going to get complicated. I know you guys might not have Octavia. I know you might call me a hacker or something for having her so early. But, yes, I know. Oh crap, missing a mod. Sorry about this, guys. I'm really sorry. I've messed with a lot of mods and stuff in the past, and it really messed up my mods. Let me see what I can throw up there. I'm gonna just throw up. I'm really sorry about this, guys. Okay, but see, basically, guys, this is just a normal build. Just so you have really high duration for your, basically a highest duration. All right, then you have the second build. If I'll reset and load. Basic. It's just basically the same thing as Ember, guys. I know, scrap build. Okay, but basically now for Oberon, I have kind of a simple build. It's for high power strength. Get his. It's basically like a Saren Prime, basically. I want to be able to use this now for Rhino. My Rhino's built, mostly just for a tank. This is built mostly on his abilities, and oh crap, that is not good. Okay, let me put back in Steel Charge. I'm really sorry, guys. You guys have to see this. I'm really sorry. I think you're a little bit messed up. Okay, but basically, okay. So basically, I see this is basically just for Roar, and so he's also a tank. It's just a very simple build. For Saren Prime, for you Saren Prime users out there, this right here is the best build you could possibly do unless you use more Forma. This is basically just a regular, it's just basically regular Spores in Miasma build. Then this one is basically a stronger version of it. It just makes your Saren stronger, have higher power strength, so you can hit harder. Okay, now for Trinity, in my personal opinion, this right here is a really good build for a Blessing Trin. Vampire Leech is very, very useful because it can do some serious amounts of damage if you know what you're doing. Then here's just a basic EV trin for you. High range, high strength. It's just a simple blessing trin. Okay. Alright, now for one of my personal favorites, Vomit. Okay, so basically... Oh, come on, really? Sorry, guys. Sorry about this. I am really sorry. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Okay, so basically I see on my Vomit here, I just go for high duration. You want to have really high duration, really high efficiency, really high range, so that his fields can be up for longer. I know my power duration is kind of low, kind of on the low side. It's just a build that I personally like. Okay. Alright, now we're down to Volt. Okay, so basically for Volt, I have one very simple build. I use Augment, and I use Master Thief since he's a really good loot Warframe. I use Shocking Speed, it stuns enemies, it helps you do more damage. Rifle Amp or Steel Charge, just whichever one you prefer. It just all depends on what you guys prefer. But I'd highly suggest building on Power Strength to Power Duration, so that you can keep your speed up longer, keep your strength up really high so you can go faster. And that's about it. Okay, so I would really appreciate if you guys would like and subscribe. It's been your boy VO Grace. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace out, everybody. And we're good.